Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Cali. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. I'm still buried under a snowbank here in upstate New York. The snow is still coming steadily down right now. Apparently we're in for yet another storm this evening. But I'm doing great. I have plenty of provisions, lots of art supplies, no complaints at all. So I wanted to do a video today. I normally post on Sundays, but I figured we're not going to the auction tonight because of the weather again. But I thought I would post a video and do a follow-up, excuse me, of what I got, the altering that I did to last week's auction finds, as well as a few other things, and just chat and ramble on as I am wont to do. So, excuse me if I'm a little raspy here. The first thing I want to show you guys, and thanks to those of you who follow me on Facebook, my friends on Facebook who've already seen some of this stuff and are so supportive. I love you guys so much. And here too, I'm getting a lot of love and support here. So if you guys can remember the dragonfly votive holders that I showed you last week, I had one green one and one red one, and so I did a light purple and a dark purple. Go figure, purple. I'll give you a close-up on those wings. I just did acrylic paint on them, and I did a splatter with white on this one, and I think white and black on this one. The wings I just did with black acrylic paint, and the bodies are black acrylic paint, and the wings I did with this super holographic glittery nail enamel that I have. I don't know if you guys are really catching this, but when they hit the sunlight, they look great. If I had to do it over again, I told you, I'm my own worst critic. I think we all are. If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't do the speckle effect. Although, I don't know, it's kind of growing on me, but as soon as I posted a picture of these, my oldest daughter, who I think I told you lives in North Carolina, was like, I want one, you can have one. They get first dibs, excuse me. So that turned out cool. I was happy with that. And my favorite thing that I want to show you, basically I've been focusing this week on art journaling and polymer clay. Those are where I'm at right now, and I think that's where I'm going to remain for a while. So I apologize to Sarah for calling her Kelly last week, and I did send her a message about that. But I had Kelly's on the brain. I've been watching a lot of Kelly videos. I told you my nickname is Kelly too, and Kelly Merton and Kelly Donovan from Knitting and Things, and so I had Kelly's on the brain. But anyway, I apologize, Sarah of My Serenity Crafts, for calling you Kelly. But thank you again for inspiring me with your art. And Lynn of Lynn's Crafts, again, I can't say it enough. So appreciate your friendship and your talent. But both of these lovely ladies, as well as so many others, of course, I could go on and on, have inspired me to start playing with clay. And I think some of you may remember I got a tin last week with a Norman Rockwell scene on it. Well, this is what it looks like now. And these are polymer clay tiles. And I'm going to go, I don't know how much you're seeing, obviously, because I'm behind the tin. I did these little tiles out of polymer clay. I used my alphabet stamp to do the kind of Scrabble words with friends effect, joy and love and create art, dreamer. And then I noticed, of course, as I was doing it, that where the art and the dreamer met was Tom, and that's my love. And so I got a kick out of that. But this turned out so great, and the bottom of the box I just did in paint, and I haven't done anything else to the inside of the box. I haven't even glazed this yet. Oh, I did glaze the top, but what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use it as a box because I love it too much. I fell in love with this. I'm going to, I already did, hang this on my wall. And at first I thought I might have to drill a couple holes in the top and put a hanger on it. but I'm not going to do that. I was able to rest it on 2 nails, which there's enough of a lip back here that it held on, and it looks great, and I love this. I just adore it. I learned a few things doing this, which is what this is all about, right? That and the hokey pokey, I heard. Although don't ask an amputee to do the hokey pokey. It's just cruel. I would not have, when I went to glue the tiles on, I smeared glue all over the top of the box before I put the tiles on, and I told you, this perfectionist that I am, I could see the glue coming through in the back, so I would have done it individually. I do not currently own any mica powder or anything. I'm learning all about this stuff, you see. So I used some eyeshadow. Yes, I did. I used eyeshadow on them to color the tiles a little bit. And this gold that you see, which I overdid, boy, that rub and buff stuff, who knew? A little goes a long way. But I just meant to kind of touch up this moon here and stuff, and I put a lot on. But the rest of these designs, except for the curlicues, which I just rolled out little snakes and stuck with a toothpick, I stamped and touched up with a pit marker. Look at me using terms. This is just a butterfly bead charm that I stuck in there, and I fell in love with this. So that was that Norman Rockwell tin, and I'll use the bottom for something else. Maybe I'll make another shadow box out of it, or just store something in it. But I was so pleased with that. While I had the idea out, and in the name of Valentine's Day, oh, and again, I think I told you I did order some mica powder. Oh, yes, I did. But in the meantime, just playing around, I thought that I would make this, which is just hanging on a little piece of chain. And again, I made these little inchies, I think they're called, tiles, and stamped out the word love, and I hung this charm. I made this heart out of clay, and I had a silver heart charm, and I just hung them on this chain, which they can move up and down. And it's to hang on the wall. And the back I just did, I think I told you I have a pot holder that I use as a texture sheet. Or, as some of you knew, I use my ring. Oh, not that one. I've used my rings in the past by accident, and a beautiful accident it was. So, didn't this come out great? And I thought there were a few more words that I wanted to do. But it takes a lot of time. I total have respect and props for the amount of time it takes to even just, you know, measure these things out, cut them out, make them all the same width, and the baking, all of it. I am going to glaze these, I think. I don't have any glaze right now. What do you guys recommend for glaze? Lynn, Sarah, what do you guys use for glaze? I wasn't really paying attention. Can I use clear nail polish? I'm going to try to do that. The top of this, I used a spray-on acrylic lacquer kind of varnish. I don't know what it was. Rust-Oleum something. Clear. But anyway, I'll probably cover those. But I can't wait till I get the... Oh, please forgive me. I don't know where this came from. I was fine till I turned the camera on. But I'm thrilled to death with this. But again, a lot of work. Takes a lot of work. I thought I might do like peace and hang a peace sign, gypsy, anything, Om, blessed be, any word you could think of, you could do, a name. You could use these little tiles, and please, I apologize. I'm so new to, how long do I get to call myself a newbie? So as I'm discovering things, a lot of you are probably like, yeah, Cali, we've been doing that for years. But to me, I'm like a kid in a candy shop, and this is all new to me. So I'm still very excited at this stuff. So I have a lot of ideas, and again, not enough time in the day. But if that's the only complaint I have, oh, what a lucky girl am I. So I did that this week. I spent a few days at Tom's this week, so again, I don't really do a lot of painting or artwork over there, but I always manage to do something. And, oh, another thing, while I had the clay out, and it's so funny, as soon as I told you guys that I didn't adorn or do anything on the outside of my art journal book. This is my recycled cereal box journal that I've been showing you guys. I said last week how I like the look of nothing hanging from it. Well, don't you know, I had to go and make something. But I figured while I had the clay out, I took one of my galaxy stones, and again, really inspired by Lynn, I just made some swirls around that and added a jump ring, embedded a jump ring in the bottom, like I learned from her also. And I hung a pentacle and some just ribbon, and I had used my handy dandy eyelet puncher, which is turning out to be my favorite thing. And of course now I adore this. And this is an example. You can really see I need to get some more clay too. You can really see how I wish I had those mica powders then, but I'm going to make some more of these. So I did the eyeshadow on this one, and it kind of rubbed off and things like that. So it's not the color necessarily that I would want, but I really like how it came out. Again, excuse me. Speaking of the journal, I'll show you what I've been working on, and I'm really liking this hair tie thing. I told you I got these at the Dollar Tree. It works perfectly to hold this open while I'm working on it. And I was a little worried that this would get like crap on it while I was working on the journal, but I'm not going to keep things too precious. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll take precautions to keep stuff nice, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. All right, what did I work on this week? Still using those inspiration sticks, the Crazy Island family inspiration sticks. I'm going to continue doing that throughout the year until I really feel, comfortable that I can generate my own art. Don't get me wrong. The reason that I'm doing this is to challenge myself, to not do the same, you know, totally put me outside of my comfort zone. So I'm going to continue to do that, and I'll continue to give props over there. But I'm really liking how the pages are coming out. So anyway, be quiet, Carol. This is one, and I could read the list of prompts to you of how I did, but I think I'm going to just wait. Maybe at the end of the month when I do the flip through, I'll go through the list, because I'm keeping the list, and I'll keep the list of the prompts I used in each journal that I do. Can you guys really get a close-up on her face and stuff? I was happy with how that came out. Using some of my new stamps that I got, and thrilled. The second one that I did, before I had gone to Tom's, I did these two. When I made the journal, remember, I painted all these cardboard pages initially, but they're unadorned. So what I'm doing now is working on top of those existing painted sheets. But I did this kind of painting on the background, and then while I was at Tom's, I did this border, the Zentangle border. So when I came home, I just Mod Podged it right on top. And one of the prompts was to add a tag. Again, not my forte. I'm trying to see while I'm doing this. I feel like Kilroy under here. So I found a quote on a magazine that says, "I am my own hero." And I thought that was appropriate as to where I'm at. And above that, I put a little journaling spot. I used one of my stamps, and I wrote a quote from the Bette Midler song, "Wind Beneath My Wings." Did you ever know that you're my hero? I could fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath my wings. I love that song. I love that movie. Anyway, it's under a moth. That was a free graphic that I got. In my last week's video, I talked about Graphic 45. I didn't own any Graphic 45 papers. What I meant was the Graphics Fairy. So that was like a printout box. that you could make out of this cool moth paper, but I used it as a tag instead. So I did that one. And the third one that I did, and I just finished it this morning and I thought it was appropriate for Valentine's Day, is this. And again, this is such an example of, you know, something that I wouldn't normally do. And Christy, I thought of you, Christy, as I was doing this, because this is my first use of, I got some golden texture paste, modeling paste. I'll show you what I got. But I thought of you as I did this, and it was a dream to work with. But kind of, I got a new stencil. I'm giving into the bug. I'm keeping it frugal. I'm still cheap, don't get me wrong, but slowly but surely I'm buying one small thing at a time, and I'll show you a couple things that I got this week. But one of them was a brick wall stencil, which I think is great. But I used that texture medium under that, and it kind of looks like a brick wall, and it reminded me of a window, and you could see these crazy guys. Another free graphic from the Graphics Fairy. This duck. These hearts I cut out of that watercolor paper that I made the bookmarks out of. And the hearts were on first before I put the texture, what do you call it, gel medium stuff. But they were coming through, so I just put my initials and Tom's initials. I know, a little nauseating, but 2 years later I'm still in love. Actually, 24 years later, because Tom and I originally started dating 22 years ago. And went our separate ways, and we're reunited, but that's another story. But I'm very much in love on this Valentine's Day, which is wonderful. So enough of that. That's my journal for this week. I'm going to continue working on that. I'm loving this new phase of my life. I can't say it enough. I'm continuing to saturate myself with videos. I'm so inspired by everyone. There's not enough hours in the day. I sound like a broken record. But anyway, I'm going to show you I made a couple notes. Look at me. I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I got this week. God bless Amazon. I don't have to leave. And although they left a box on my porch yesterday and it was freezing and I didn't know, my daughter stopped by with my grandkids and brings this box in of frozen things. But luckily nothing got hurt. And I'm not complaining. I'm going to show you what I got. And again, Christy, I was thinking about you. I got these. And this one. And this is what I used the brick wall stencil through. And what a dream. I had made my own homemade texture paste with a recipe that I got online. But obviously, and that was adequate. And it's perfect for your needs if you have nothing else. But these were amazing. Are amazing. You guys already know. But spreads like a dream. Dries like a dream. Works like a dream. Beautiful. Beautiful. Looking forward to playing with that. And thank you again, Christy, for taking the time to inform me about this stuff. Inform all of us. And share your knowledge. This is the university, YouTube University here. I'm amazed every day that I get to attend for free. So thank you to the professors that are out there and all of you. So, and thank you for inspiring me. So I got those two. Gosh, can I ramble? I got one of these. I got the Tim Holtz tissue wrap. And I love it already. I haven't even used it yet. But you guys know what this looks like. Comes on a roll like saran wrap or tin foil. I don't want to pull it out too much, but I really cannot wait to use this. And I know that I can stamp my own tissue paper and everything else, but these feel like little luxuries that I'll treasure, and I'm going to use these. I'm not going to hoard them away. I'm going to actually use them. I have some projects in mind. So anyway, I got one of those, and I broke down. And I've envied other people. This could have been around forever. I don't know. I told you guys, I'm late getting on the bandwagon here. And I don't want to just buy pre-patterned things and stuff like that. I'd much rather use recycled items and things myself. But there's no denying the appeal and the beauty of a lot of these papers and things. And I have to say, I succumbed and I broke down and I bought this Graphic 45 Steampunk Spells papers. And I'm so psyched. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that I waited to, remember the Altoid tin or the Sucrets tin? I'm kind of glad that I waited to alter that, because I think I'm going to use some of these papers. Hello. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. And I don't know what I paid for this. Maybe, I don't know. I want to say under $10. I hope so. But it was a little splurge. I figured, you know what, once a month, whether I need it or not, I could spend a few dollars on supplies. So that's what I got. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. Thank you guys so much again for being here, for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you did subscribe. And I want you all to have a beautiful, blessed day full of love. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.